Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace. Do we know each other?
Time. Reality. It's changeable.
Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
Every universe is different. Each one unique.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me, I get it.
Who are you?
The name's Captain Carter.
Scheiße!
I am the Watcher. I observe all that transpires here. But I do not, cannot, will not interfere.
I guess I have to freestyle then.
We have you outnumbered.
A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
You had me worried for a second.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question. What if?
And how come this? Okay, there we go. All right, we are live with another episode of the What If After Show. We are talking about episode 7. It's What If Thor Just Partied Too Hard. I'm your host, Dimitri Pereira. This is the show that's at 1 a.m. Pacific time, right after What If airs, and we talk about the episode with a fresh pair of eyes. No, not a fresh pair of eyes. I'm not quite sure. Either way, I'm your host, Dimitri Pereira. We got co-host Paul Lau with the hammer. Paul, how you doing?
Yes, hello. I'm well met, friend. I'm good. I'm awake.
Are you gonna do Thor? You're gonna do Thor
Yeah,
this
yes,
whole episode?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
For those of you who don't know, we talk about the What If episodes, and if you are watching us live, if you are seeing our faces, you are watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, or our #1 live stream platform, Volume.com. It's a new streaming platform, and we are lucky to be there. And dare I say, they're lucky to have us. It's a symbiotic relationship. But Volume.com/TheKeyed Show is where you can find us, and you can chat with us at the chat there. But if you're listening to us and you can't see our faces, that's the podcast, and you find the podcast wherever you get your podcast from. But let me introduce our special guest for today. You may know her from TikTok as Victoria Organa. We got Victoria Organa.
Yes, hello. I'm glad to
How's
be
it
on the
going?
show. I am doing good. Yep.
Do you go by Vic or Vicky or Tor or Tori? Or
definitely not Vicky. Vic is always good.
Can you swap our names?
Used to be a Toria, but Vic is good. Victoria is good.
Do you go by Vic? Is that a
yeah. That's one that's used in.
okay?
But
Are you
friends,
familiar
family
with
around.
Lady? Are you familiar with Lady Vic from Nightwing comics? Any DC comics?
No, not yet.
No.
I haven't had a chance to dabble into the DC comic realm yet.
Okay, that's fair. It's almost blasphemous in a way because we're talking about Marvel What If today, And it's like, dare I bring up DC? I'm just saying. There's Lady Vic, and she's a killer, and she has like daggers and things she throws, I think.
I like daggers. I'm gonna have to look her up.
Okay.
Oh, like Lady Bullseye.
She has a weird mask. Oh, that's all I'm saying. If you look her up on Google image search, Lady Vic, her mask is weird. It's like this, like, almost full face mask, but it kind of maybe goes over the nose and has big bug eyes. I don't know why it has big bug eyes. It's a weird looking mask. Anyway, she's cooler than she looks. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's who she is from Titans.
Yeah, that's she was in the recent episode of Titans, but not looking like that. But yeah. Peacemaker. She kind of has a similar kind of vibe. Kind of like a Peacemaker helmet. Yeah.
Toilet seat with
it kind of
red lips for eyes.
Yeah, Victoria. Have you been enjoying What If so far? Like, what are your thoughts of the series so far? Coming, up to not including episode 7.
I feel like the tone has been very different for most of the episodes. So I've liked episodes a lot more than others. I was thinking about it before the show. I was like, the ones that I've liked the most are the ones that had like a little sort of lesson to be learned at the end. So it feels kind of like a fairy tale or like a folk tale that you would tell your kids. Be like, like the Doctor Strange episode where it's just like, you can't bring back the people you love. Or T'Challa's episode, it's like, no, if you're kind and you're nice to people, like that will bring good into the world. And like, so I've liked those vibes the best.
Right.
Some of them, they've been a little bit heavy for I don't know why yet.
Yeah.
So
what's been your favorite episode? Like,
I mean, we're gonna talk about this one, but I think my other favorite right now is the T'Challa episode because it was you just get the cameos of the characters. Everyone's kind of like having fun. You get to see these relationships that you don't get to see on screen, and different characters interact. So I'm like, this is cool. Yeah. It's fun. Like, I had a good time, and it was so nice to hear Chadwick again. And I'm like, glad it wasn't just tragic to be tragic.
Right. What's been your least favorite?
I think it was the first episode so far, the Agent Carter, Captain Carter episode, mainly because it just didn't feel different enough. Like it felt too beat for beat of the same, like the same first Avengers episode. So I just wish they did more with her, instead of just being like, oh, she is Iron Man or not Captain America instead of Steve. So
what's been, Paul, do you remember what my favorite or my least favorite episode has been?
Oh, okay.
I feel like I'm missing one, and I'm trying to remember all the episodes.
Okay. When all the Avengers die. From Yellow
That's
Jacket.
Probably my least. Yeah, that was probably my least favorite one.
Because like the sentiment of like things are too much beat for beat. That's
similar to the Peggy, but different.
Yeah. I don't need more of this like, oh, let's romanticize the phase 1 storytelling, because phase 1 storytelling is kind of bland when we look back on it, because we like Marvel stories have become so much better as time has gone on, and each phase has gone on, and I'm not saying that like phase 4 is better than phase 3. I'm just saying phase 4 is better than phase 1. Right?
I will say the exception is Iron Man, because Iron Man kind of like created the mold for each beat for beat, and then I don't know, it's weird because the CG fight scene at the end was probably, it was okay because there wasn't so much of it, but it's very forgettable,
Right. Oh, that fight scene. Ironmonger is like one of the most forgettable like villains. He barely does anything. But like
he eats his pizza.
Even then, like, it's not that we didn't enjoy phase 1 when phase 1 came out. It's just that now we expect more than just this kind of thing. And so I don't necessarily feel like we need to relive those old Phase 1 moments.
Yeah.
Where like the characters weren't completely fleshed out like the way they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot more agency with the actors playing the characters too, to bring that consistency and bring that depth between these different directors and writers and everything. I know like that's something with Lizzie Olsen that she's had to she was like one of the main ones to like really care and have that responsibility placed on her. As opposed to like some of the early like Captain America in the first, or like in the Avengers movies, like very different, and like the consistency got better as it went on a little bit more. But yeah, like I'm more excited for like a lot of these Phase 4. It's like with, as you were saying, with the going beat for beat for Phase 1 and romanticizing it, like we could do that to an extent, but like it seems like they're also doing that a lot with the merchandising. It's a lot of the original 6, and it's just like, let's get creative. Let's get creative.
Yeah, you know what I'm in, like other than like the properties that we haven't seen yet, like X-Men and Fantastic Four, of course I'm looking forward to what they do with them and how they bring them in. But honestly, the most interested I am in future Marvel stuff is future teams. And like also with future teams, I want to know who's the next Avengers lineup. Like I want to know, who, you know what I mean?
Because like
that's,
we're getting
really
a little taste of it now too. We're like Sam, like definitely like Sam feels like he's like I'm an Avenger kind of guy. He's Captain America. It's great. Like it seems like Shang-Chi will probably join him with the connection to like, I feel like Wong will probably really get it. He seems to be getting a lot more and more roles too. So I'm like, this seems like a very interesting team so far. Like with maybe those 3. Who else are you going to bring in? Is Bucky going to stick around? Is he going to go somewhere else? Wanda's definitely on her own right now. We'll see what's
Captain Marvel, maybe?
Captain Marvel, it seems like she's going to get more involved.
But not Brie Olsen. Not Photon. What's her name?
Brie Olsen. What? Oh,
wait, what? No, not Brie Olsen. Wow, Brie Larson. Yes, I'm merging. I'm fusing them together. It's amalgam actresses. Yes. Brie Larson.
I thought, and this sucks because the whole like Chadwick dying changes this, but I thought the new Trinity, the Marvel Trinity, was going to be Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, because they all fit the archetypes of what Thor, Iron Man, Captain America were, but switched around too. You know, and I thought that was going to be the new sort of 3 that then the Avengers are built around. But now I think it's probably Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Captain America, like Sam. I would say they're the Trinity now.
The first 3 that you mentioned sound like all the ingredients but rearranged.
Yeah.
Because Thor is, he's magic, but he's also an alien. Whereas Captain Marvel is an American symbol and an alien. Well, soldier, sorry. So,
right. And Black Panther's Iron Man. Black Panther's Iron Man and Captain America. Captain Marvel is Thor and Captain America. And then Doctor Strange is Thor and Iron Man. Personality wise.
Yeah.
You know, the arrogance, the little hotshot moment. Experimenting, the impulsiveness.
Yeah. And I thought that would have been cool because they're literally the same but shifted over.
You know,
now it's going to be a little bit different.
Like a Mexican restaurant menu. So what are nachos? Tortilla, beans, meat, and tomatoes or vegetables.
Right.
It's anyways, Jim Gaffigan bit.
Yeah. That's honestly what I'm interested in. I think they're saving Avengers for Phase 5.
I think
this will be the first,
too. But I'm excited to see the setups too, because we're getting hints of it for the Young Avengers, and that is getting pretty obvious, I'm like, this is cool, but
Yeah.
like you'll also need the set of Avengers too.
Right.
to-
But we're also we don't have they're setting up the pieces for Young Avengers, but they're more than setting up the pieces for like Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, whatever.
Yes.
Like that's the
actively
next
in
thing.
the works.
Yeah. Right. Right.
That's
So
what
the question is
Valerita
how
DeFontaine.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Contesta, Valentina Allegra De Fontaine. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Val.
Val.
For sure.
The
For
purple
sure.
streak.
Yeah. Let's talk about this episode. Was Paul gonna start off by talking about his eyebrows?
I think he was.
I was. Look, continuity, baby. And what did we get?
It was the blonde
It
eyebrows,
was
right?
bleached eyebrows.
Yes.
Yeah.
That are so weird looking on him.
Yeah, but they were like, "Nah, let's do it."
Yeah.
And no beard.
Yes,
right?
and he also made his voice like on purpose to sound prepubescent or whatever, younger.
But he's not prepubescent.
He's not, but I think Hemsworth was
Is
going,
he younger?
His maturity was a lot younger.
Yeah.
I would say.
When is this supposed to take place? Do we get any clues?
Well, the same time frame as the first Thor, so they're at least 1,000, both him and Loki.
Yeah.
Well, but
I don't know if
1,001 or 1,002, because those are 2-year differences, right? like
I mean,
what
at
was
that
it?
point, if they're leaving it, if they're 1,000.
Right.
What's
But I'm just saying, how often does Odin go into Odin sleep?
I think
Not
there's-
every year.
like an even
No.
1,000.
I
Like
think
a
it's about it, like,
millennium.
because Frigga mentioned like 1,000, like I'll see you in 1,000 years.
Oh, that's right. So this has to be literally at the same time of Thor 1.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
Odin's
eyebrows
sleep,
match up,
you know.
right?
right. He dyes his eyebrows, I guess, later to being brown. In
And especially
Thor
with Jade
2.
and Darcy being in the van and tracking everything,
Right.
it's supposed to be the same time.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, okay. I just realized, why is he so different? Literally, the premise of the thing is,
no Loki.
without Loki, Thor has no one to look good. Wait, can someone make sense of that? Loki parties because he doesn't have, or no, Thor parties because Loki isn't around. How does that make sense?
Loki is the bad kid. Thor is
Right.
dealing with the mischief.
Right.
And he doesn't have as much time because he's getting the piss taken out of him. He was turned into a frog, and Loki turned into a snake.
Yeah.
No, it's just like, I think it's just like without that real brother dynamic, and Loki being like the bad one and getting them in trouble all the time. It's like you see that too in the comics too. It's like Loki's always like, especially the new Double Trouble comic that came out this year. It's just like, I bet you Thor that you can't do this thing, and then they just like go off and do things and they get in trouble, and then they get a lot more lessons beat into them. But I don't think Thor got when he was alone. Got a only child, get a little bit more
only child
slack.
thing, right?
Yeah.
The only child, he's selfish. He's way more selfish, and he's just
Never
there
had
to
a
party.
share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indulgent.
Indulgent. Yeah. And so we see that, and this was like a fun episode, right? This whole episode wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. It was this was the most cartoonish episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it was a lot of too with the cameos of seeing everyone from space. It was definitely just like there for fun. Like, oh, look at all these characters that you love interacting in this different setting.
Yeah. It's the degree of separation for the cosmic and Thor. So like, yeah.
Right. Well, especially since Thor Ragnarok, right? Like Thor Ragnarok is so close to Guardians of the Galaxy in the sense of like tone.
Well, Volstagg, or not Volstagg. Yeah, Volstagg. He's the one that brought the power gem to Collector with with Sif. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that was the first interaction between the Guardians of the Galaxy. kind
that's
of
the
universe.
end of Thor 2.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So that leads it in.
Yeah, that's true. But like Guardians had a more So that cosmic level like area of Marvel is kind of cool if they like. I love the cameos, just like I like the cameos in the T'Challa Star-Lord episode.
Yeah.
Victoria, how'd you like this episode?
I enjoyed it a lot. Obviously, if you see my page, see my TikTok, I love Loki. And
yeah, you do.
By progression, also like Thor. Like I also put on my Ragnarok shirt today too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like I have to be on theme. But I love like all the Asgardian everything, comics and stuff. So it was really nice to see like different side of it, but also like a lot of kind of like hints to stuff we see in the comics that we don't get to see in the live action. Like the Frost Giants and everybody is just like it felt very true to like some of these like spin-off comics and whatever, like, oh, let's get into like some mischief, let's do some crazy things. And I'm like, yes, this feels so comic-y. Like if it's like a special or something, and I'm like, this is what's making me hype, and it's seeing all my favorite characters. I'm like, oh, look, it's this person, this person, this person. I'm like, writing them down on my phone, like as I see them, I'm like, Scourge. I'm just like,
not as a janitor, just like as
well, he would have been a janitor, maybe. Nah, but the timeline could have been different, so who knows?
We got Frost Giant Loki, which we was kind of teased in Loki, the Loki show,
right?
Oh man, as a Loki fan on stuff too, I'm just like, they finally after a whole show, after like the Dark World, Ragnarok, Infinity War and stuff, they finally like really showed it, mentioned it, like acknowledged that whole side of him. I was just like, this is so good. I couldn't believe it. Like when people were saying like, oh, maybe we're gonna get you and Loki, I'm like, I'm not gonna look at the trailers, I'm not gonna look at anything. I'm just so excited, and it's
I was surprised he was so big.
Yeah, but
like, isn't he supposed to be small?
Small for a Frost Giant. So I would have expected him to be smaller than the other Frost Giants. But maybe if he grew up around them.
Yeah.
Was his mother human in the comics?
What?
Was his mother human in the comics?
No, not that I know.
No, I don't.
He's not half. He's full.
Oh, he's full. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
I feel like there's. I don't know if it's super explicit actually, because I know in the MCU it wasn't, and there's still TBD who his mother is, but because they only really talk about Luffy.
Yeah, that's true.
According to in the comics, Loki's birth mother is Queen of the Frost Giants, Farbody.
Okay, so like full Frost Giant.
Okay.
Yeah, but she only debuted in the comics after even the first Thor film, so we never even knew until.
Okay, which comic was she introduced? If it's in front of you.
I don't know. So I'll have to.
So I'm just like Breckman. I was like, it's not this one. It's not Agent of Asgard. It's not this one. That one.
There's a weird headcanon thing where it says
Frigga?
that it's Hela. That Hela is Loki's mother. So Hela and Laufey, but
weird.
So Thor's brother is also his nephew.
I don't like that headcanon.
Yeah.
It's a little much. I've seen theories of like, oh, it was actually Frigga. And be like, that's no.
I hate saying that's stretching, but sorry.
I'm just like, it's not right.
She first appears in Young Avengers Volume 2, number 10. So that would have been with the kid Loki.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It mustn't have been a big thing.
No.
No, because I'm like, I can't recall that, so.
Well, it says it was said that on the night Loki was born, that she stabbed her own heart with an ice dagger.
Intense.
Yeah.
I expect nothing less.
Oh, okay. So, do you remember that run of Young Avengers? Did you read it?
The one with the mother, right?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. It's because she turns into Farbody to trick Loki. I remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but Farbody was originally a storm giant and not an ice giant, but she might be an ice storm. I don't know. Who knows? They're always retconning. They're always retconning stuff. Because people have been complaining that the What If episodes are too serious and dark now. Yeah. Was this a good change of pace for you, or was this too much of a course correction?
No, I feel like maybe their ordering of their episodes has been a little weird, because we had like actually no, it was 3 dark ones in a row. It was so it felt a little out of place in that sense. And I've like also seen, I had a chance to I peeked online to see what some people were saying, and they're like, oh, don't like it, it's a waste of my time, this and that. I'm like, you can't win all the last week's too serious, they're doing this bad, like we want more fun, we want happy endings. It's like, that was this episode. It was, I mean, there was a twist at the end, but it was generally like, you gotta, again, like as I said, like some of my favorite episodes have had like a lesson at the end, and this one kind of felt like, on the surface level you could be like, oh, you have to listen to your mom, but it's like, really, when you have a lot of power and influence, you have to be careful how you use it, because you'll unknowingly damage or influence people to like hurt apparently planets or whatever. Right. So like, but you could also use that influence to get everyone together and clean up and learn your lesson and be a little bit responsible at the end of the day, even if they didn't get in major trouble or whatever. But like, there was still a little bit of a lesson there, and it's fun. And was a drastic change of pace. I don't know if I would have put it after the Iron Man Killmonger episode.
Yeah.
Did you remember the line that Thor says when he first lands on the planet?
This is the end of your dull lives.
I thought he said your lives are about to be over. Oh yeah, you're right.
No, your dull lives. Your dull lives are about to be over.
That misdirect, I was like, oh, so we're just gonna do more of this.
I like that line. Yeah,
I like the little misdirect are about to be over. There.
Yeah.
I liked how, like, too, with that misdirect and like looking through Jews, it's like you start getting pieces as the night goes on. It's just like, oh shit, he killed a whole planet from partying. Like, this is intense.
It was really more of a meteorite, and even Steve the Goat made it off world.
Yeah.
Look at Fandral, he's happy.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, it was try to trick you and be like, this is intense, like it is intense, and like there are serious consequences, and then you're like, oh, he isn't just a villain to be a villain, he's just some dumb kid. I mean, at this point, but
yeah, in a sense though, like it is kind of like a life lesson where libations and partying and making sexy mistakes, as we see Jane Foster does, is actually kind of toxic when you do it too often, too much. You know, it does take a toll on.
Well, it's a teen comedy.
I get it.
It's a teen comedy episode with a teen comedy lesson, and that is you have to be responsible. You know, you're gonna get caught if you throw a party when your mom's out of town.
Right.
Yeah. What I liked most about this episode was Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Because we have not seen her let loose. Other than, like, the most we've seen her let loose is Endgame, right? But even then, like,
just the fighting across the world. Yeah. That was so good.
Yeah.
In the way that it was done. And I was like, and it was, they were so on par. And like, especially when it gets back to Maria, it's just like, I thought you could like do so much more and take him out, because they were very even like the whole time.
Yeah.
And she's like, I was holding back. And I'm like, that's my girl.
Yeah. You know there's going to be people on TikTok that are like, no.
Like, he was beating her most of the time. Like,
yeah.
No.
They weren't trying. Like, they were just beating each other up to try to, like, have a argument.
Right.
They both
It'd
can
be
take
like,
it.
Yeah. It'd be like if Paul and I put on, like, sock 'em boppers. It's like, I don't know whether at any point we'd be like, all right, I give up.
Well, it's more like when you're wrestling, but both of you are well-trained jiu-jitsu people, and like either of you could like blood choke or, you know, dislocate like an ankle and make a person have a permanent limp. But you don't do that because you're just your bros, you know. You might like give each other a pink belly or a noogie or something, you know.
Or, hear me out, like sock 'em boppers.
Sorry, I did not. Yeah.
You went the weird route, like, I could kill you. I could kill you if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And I'm like, what if you strap pillows to your hands and slapped each other? Like, those are two different vibes.
Well,
you could go for the knees, but you got pillows on your hands. Why would you do that?
The setup to me in my brain's like, all right, we're having an argument, house meeting, and we got duct tape on these like duvet covered pillows.
Yeah.
You know? Here comes the thunder. It's like we're no longer having like
or you just take out your toy lightsabers and you're just like going at it. Like, you don't want to actually break the sabers either. You just get a couple of good blows into your brother.
My retainer, you bastard.
Oh.
And then you just like, I'm in the middle of it. Oh, give me 5.
Yeah. Ow, that hurts.
And we'll get
that
back
hurts,
into it.
Please. Stop, Paul. Stop hitting me. Oh.
Okay.
Kind of like how she was a bro at the end too. She's like, you know what? I gotta hold back. Let mom deal with it. I'll help you clean up a little bit because I know you weren't actually trying to like screw up or end the planet with your irresponsibility. You're just kind of being overindulgent and not thinking of the consequences. So
I did
he
like
got to that point
when Thor was just like, hey, you know, you should smile more. And it's like, don't
yeah.
Or like
that's when Captain Marvel punches him, right?
That was when they
Captain
were about
Marvel?
to end it. That's when Fergus shows up, right? And he's like, you need to chill out.
I can't remember.
I think that was in the beginning when Captain Marvel first shows up. And then she punches them, right?
I liked the misdirect when she first showed up in that scene. It was like there's a word on this planet for women like you. And it's just like party pooper. Oh, okay.
Party pooper.
Wait, what word were you gonna say?
Well, and just any derogatory word for women.
It's just
it was my go-to.
I know.
It's still. I think we did say what asshole. Is that what we heard in this one?
Yeah.
We heard a swear today, right? Language people.
I can't remember. It was mostly party pooper.
Because Darcy was like nerding out on Captain Marvel. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah. I like that. I liked seeing them interact too. Those are like the kind of pairings that like I like the show for. Is like you get Darcy and Marvel like kind of like being friends and whatever. And I just also know when with the Loki stuff in the scene, there's on the phone like, oh, do you have a friend? I'm just like, oh my god, I know there's a whole bunch of like 2014, 2015 fan fictions of Loki Darcy pairings.
Is there? Is there?
I haven't read them, but it's a thing, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna fuel some fire for the idea that they might interact.
Yeah. I was interested actually. I found it interesting that Loki didn't betray anyone.
He kind of like pieced out though. He like made a
but
mess.
Everybody pieced out. Everybody pieced
but
out.
Loki led the way.
No, Loki was just like, sorry, man.
Brother,
we're brothers, but
from another mother.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how did they become? I guess Odin was a little less of an asshole by like, oh yeah, here's your son back.
And that might have been better for the kingdoms, right? to show trust. Here's your son back. And then Laufey and Odin become friends. And then Loki and Thor become friends growing up, you know?
Yeah, and then like the thing is too, like Loki didn't become as like mischievous and everything as they usually are, because like he doesn't have to like have that competition with Thor of like he wants to like prove himself, and they are different and othered by the Asgards and stuff. He's like, he's at home, he has power, he's a prince, like
right,
very comfortable in their position.
Yeah,
as opposed to if he grew up on Asgard, where there's it not like, yeah, it made Thor a better person earlier, a little bit more responsible earlier, but it also made Loki a lot more, I guess, pushed aside, like othered in a way. So it's like
in the Loki show with classic Loki. We are all outcasts. That's what we have in common.
Exactly. God of outcasts. Yes. It truly is, but apparently not in this situation, which is cool.
Are you the god of hammers? Too legit to quit. All right.
I'm gonna go through some of these. We're gonna play a game. It could be for you two because I got the credits up in front of me. I'm gonna say a character, and you're gonna tell me whether the original actor played it, like, or whether was it like a voice actor, like a new voice actor.
I'm gonna be bad at this. Let's see.
All right, let's start. Okay, we'll do Victoria first, and if Victoria, Victoria, Thor, who voiced Thor in this episode?
I was it Chris?
Paul, what do you think?
Absolutely Hemsworth.
Okay, it was absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jane Foster. Was it Natalie Portman or not Natalie Portman? Okay. Oh, Paul. Okay, Paul doesn't have to guess that. Paul already knows.
I mean, but I can hear it too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, was it Natalie? Or no?
I don't know. You got to make a decision.
Yeah, just make a decision. There's no penalties.
No?
Yeah.
No, she did.
It was.
She was?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, it's nice that they're properly bringing her back, especially coming for Love and Thunder. So that should be fun.
You know what I want? I want Darcy to geek out for Jane Foster being Thor. And if we don't get that in Love and Thunder, it's going to be so sad because she needs to see her friend literally get the powers of a god. Like,
right? I will riot. If that doesn't happen, because that friendship. But in terms of Darcy, that had to be Kat, right? Or was it not?
Is it Kat?
I would say it's Kat.
It is. It is Kat.
Good.
Okay. Kat
she has a very unique voice for sure.
Here's an interesting one. Was Loki Tom Hiddleston?
Loki was Tom.
It was. He was.
It was. He was in the other episodes.
It's very interesting, but yes.
Yeah.
It is. But it is.
Okay. All right.
I don't think Tom would let anybody else do Loki, honestly.
Yeah. What about Captain Marvel? Was that Brie Larson?
I would say yes. If she got the call, I feel like she would do it. So I would say yes.
It was not. It was not.
It wasn't?
It was voice actor Alexandra Daniels.
Did she do an episode though? I feel like she did do an episode.
What?
Brie Larson. I feel like the one with the Avengers dying.
Yeah.
She was in that one.
Did she?
I want to say yes.
I don't know. I don't have that information in front of me. What? Okay, let's see. The rest of it is pretty easy, kind of. Basically,
Jeff Goldblum.
The game's over. Yeah, Jeff Goldblum is.
He did show
Grandmaster.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum's there. Kobe Smulders, Clark Gregg, Taika Waititi came back for it.
Yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson came back. Seth Green came back for Howard the Duck. You know, Jamie Alexander came back for Lady Sif, which is interesting because I thought she was gone from the MCU up until.
I think she's
Loki.
gonna be in Love and Thunder, like, right?
I don't want her.
Maybe?
Like, that's so many characters. Oh man.
I mean, it's gonna be not nearly as many as Multiverse of Madness or Spider-Man. So I think
They thinned the list by Ragnarok, so
Look, the characters that we have in Love and Thunder, we literally have the Thor Trinity, which is Thor, Jane Foster, Valkyrie, right? And then
you have Quill, Groot, Rocket, Drax, Mantis.
Yeah, we'll probably. I mean, yeah, probably, right? We also have. Oh yeah, we have a lot of Guardians characters. We're gonna have Christian
Nebula?
Bale as Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah.
The Warriors 3 are dead, and by the way, the Warriors 3 are all voice actors that are not the original.
Oh man, that Hogan. Oh,
that's gonna be our third Fandral, actually, who's played Fandral in the MCU.
Yeah.
Why was he so Japanese?
It was, I was like, why does it sound like someone pretending to have a Japanese accent? And it's because and it's because his name is David Chen, and so he's not Japanese, but but who knows? Whatever, they got him.
Sure.
I don't care.
I know.
If he would have to be Japanese, because I feel like it's close enough. It's not like a white guy doing like a Japanese accent. Like, whoa, dude.
Hank Azaria.
Yeah, Hank Azaria. I don't see anything wrong with doing a Pooh's voice for 20 years.
Nobody said
joke,
nothing.
Man. Yeah. It's like nobody said anything because I don't think you have any Indians on your writing staff. Like, no one's going to say anything.
If you don't have the right people in the room, then there's nobody to call you out. So
you should really look at this letter. We got a lot of Simpsons fans letter. So
yeah, I can just imagine the Simpsons writing room where it's like, hey guys, do you guys think this is racist? Turns to a room full of white men. No.
And it's definitely
I
not
don't think
sexist
it is
either.
No.
Oh, man. Mad Men just pitching a poo.
Right. Clancy Brown did come back to play Surtur, though. You know Clancy Brown? He's a live action actor, but he also, does
Surtur.
voice acting. Yeah, he did Surtur.
I liked Surtur flirting with the Statue of Liberty. That was a fun.
You ship him? Do you ship him?
I'm just like, this is kind of funny. I'm just like, you don't know. You just crown. You melted her.
I want the Statue of Liberty to come to life so she could consent, and then it's a love meant to be.
I'm surprised how close they were in size because Lady Liberty's not that big.
No,
they make it seem a lot bigger pictures, but it's not that big.
I do have to give him props though. Give Surtur some props, like he's willing to make himself smaller to be with her.
And
I feel like not very many men will do
his size. He didn't go for any like humans.
Right.
He knew his league.
Right. Right. He knew what he was going for. Yeah.
A princess.
He's a man of taste,
You think Surtur drinks Fireball whiskey, or is it?
He definitely does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Cinnamon.
I was like,
what? A Fireball?
How big would it have to be, though?
It's a magical cup. Remember, it doesn't fill up. So,
right. So, it doesn't empty, so you just go like this, and it just takes a long time to pour.
I'm sure you can just get a keg of Fireball.
Yeah.
It's not beer.
Yeah. Could you get a keg of Fireball?
I think you could.
It's you mean get a
casket.
A casket,
right?
Yeah. A cask.
Yeah.
Not a casket.
Oh yeah, a casket is a casket, right?
Yeah,
cask is where you put the wine.
Yeah.
Hey, your old pal Johnny
the aeration here. Through the beer, but
yeah.
I mean, it also comes with if you have it on tap, you put it on a.
You don't have liquor on tap.
You can't. It's weird, but you can.
Whiskey infused beer. Right?
Is that like when you turn the bottle upside down and you have the little tap on it? But it's not like a tap.
I don't.
That's called a jigger.
I feel like
with a J.
you can, like, you know how you have like the soda fountains. I feel like they have those.
Oh, certain mixed alcohol, yes, like a Long Island iced tea. If it's like on special,
why not just like, if you can do that, why not just put liquor in there?
Because
you added the carbonation. Why not?
It's a different viscosity. It's really
it's like saying if you have water fountains, why not have a chocolate milk fountain?
Like
I thought it had
not thinner than water, and
thinner
not
than
a Long
soda.
Island.
You can layer liquor on soda.
Victoria, are you 15? No, I'm kidding.
I'm an engineer. I know how to drink, and
joking.
I know how materials work.
Did you say you're an engineer? You know how to drink?
I'm an engineer. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm not laughing about you being an engineer. I'm laughing about the connection between engineering and drinking.
Clearly, haven't met many engineers.
I mean, no, but I think my go-to for like what occupation drinks the most is like teachers,
Lawyers.
I mean, I guess everybody drinks at that point then.
Well,
like,
it's the whole like, you know, being in denial or being so drunk you ignore.
See, the engineers, especially in school, there's no denial about it.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
You like, I mean, some of our school events, shit, what was it called? But anyways, we fill up a few buses full of people, go to bars, small town bars, ship like 3, 4, 5 buses, and we try to drink them dry. Like, it's just an organized event by the school. Why not?
That's crazy. That's sociopathic. I mean, there's also cops. Cops drink a lot, but then they get like, cops have high statistic for alcoholism and domestic abuse.
I wouldn't say it's by trade. I would say engineering school.
Oh, engineering school. Okay.
And then you get a group of them together.
Yeah.
I've been to Purdue. I know how those engineers drink. Yeah. They're like dwarves.
Yep. I mean, we have multiple drinking songs specifically to engineering, which is really fun. They teach us the safe versions in like orientation weeks and stuff. But then the real lyrics come out later. So
yeah, you are the perfect guest for this episode then. Let's make merry.
Why not? That sounded like it seemed like a good party until they started like tearing the world up.
Right.
And like, you know, playing like roulette with the the frost giants on the
wheel,
Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And slingshot with the St. Louis Arch.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit much, but
yeah, the Opera House almost got jacked up.
Oh yeah,
in Sydney, which is where Thor's from.
Yeah, which is where Chris Hemsworth's from. So that's kind of cool. What was I gonna say? Who would you want to party with in the MCU? Like, if you had to party with somebody, and I'm gonna say it this way because I know that like sometimes you don't get to hook up with this person. We're just speaking specifically party.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew I was going to say Rocket, and that's immediately what you thought I was going to do with Rocket? How dare you? By the way, in the What If episodes, first time we see Rocket. So
what do you mean?
Rocket Raccoon. He wasn't in the T'Challa episode.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
And we still haven't seen Gamora.
Oh, we will. Obviously, with the previews.
Yeah, I have that Lego minifigure.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Infinity armor and Infinity blade.
Yeah.
Like in Infinity Wars. I just read that one. So good. I was just like, this is where the inspiration's from, I can tell. But
are we talking the new one? The new Infinity Wars?
Yeah, the 2018
run
after like the change of worlds, Gamora and everything has its own. But who I'd like to party with? Valkyrie is up there.
Okay.
She could definitely party.
She puts it
Korg
away.
just feels like a bro. Like he would carry you home if once you drink. Like he couldn't carry like himself barely, but he will help get you home.
Yeah.
Even if it's taking you. Like I feel safe with Korg.
I would not.
He ran straight into Nick Fury and like knocked him out for days.
Yeah. Korg is your
mean,
awkward, big,
happens.
strong friend
Yeah.
that knocks stuff over.
Yeah, that knocks or steps on your foot or whatever.
But
I
he
feel
could
like
lift
Andy
you
Rice
up
is
and
Korg.
throw you on your shoulder and take you.
No,
where
he's
you
gonna
need to go.
drop you on your head. I would not trust Korg.
And he's gonna start really weird conversations just from like a conversation standpoint.
He's that weird guy at the party that's like, hey, you think you could teach a fish to play chess?
You sounds like you don't go to interesting parties.
I don't know.
Not everybody
Korg-
yes ands weird stuff in real life.
Right.
Oh, noob
Wouldn't
Slayer
say,
is
like
making fun of
he's my
me.
ride or die and go clubbing with him every week, but I would party with Korg.
I'm
I'd
saying
party
he would
with
injure
Valkyrie.
you. Valkyrie, on the other hand,
Happens.
I mean,
Happens.
the rule is you don't get to hook up with them, but Valkyrie might be interested in you. I don't know.
But like hooking up aside, she can party.
Yeah,
We've seen that.
yeah. No, yeah. I'm trying to
trying to
think of who I would.
Yeah.
Loki did a pretty good like drinking on that train. Like the whole atmosphere changed. Like he really brought, and I mean it was the end
he
of the
brought some
world.
energy. He
It's the
did.
Loki show.
Loki,
And it kind of
yeah.
had kind of like that pub feeling, like good conversations, having a heart to heart. You know, the problem is it's only
He gets messy at the end of the night,
Yourself.
and I've had too many nights where I've had to like
that's fair.
be the one, like I'm shit faced. I'm calling the Uber for my friend who can't stand. It's like I don't want to be the I feel like I would have to take some responsibility for what he says or to someone.
He's the god of mischief. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like it would be good to party with, but I'm not going out
You know who'd be
to
bad
hang out
is-
with you. I'm not going to take any responsibility for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Stark would be awful because he's trying to
yeah.
get off
No.
the wagon.
No.
And also
no.
he's arrogant. He would be so what word am I he unbearable. He'd be so unbearable partying with him. In Iron Man 2, when he gets super drunk in Iron Man 2, why
No,
would I want to hang
no.
out with drunk Tony?
Oh, and then Rhodey shows up, and then they have their bro scuffle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bro scuffle. Yeah.
Nah. I could do without partying with Tony.
But he is super rich. Gosh, it's weird.
I would
I've
go
met
to a party at Tony's house. I wouldn't party with him.
Yeah.
and look at a freaking Gallagher watermelon explosion with the freaking impulse.
That's what he does, right? Yeah. Scott Lang. I think Scott Lang would be like that's like I don't want to say that's me, but like that's my style. Like
Nope, Baron
I'd be cool.
Zemo all the way.
Oh yeah, he knows how to party.
Not really.
Is it
Kinda
down?
lame.
Is it up? Is it it's
He
it's
does, no,
this?
he does. Well, it rotates, but then he does this like little spinny finger, like he's telling everyone to
Yeah.
let's get on the dance floor. No,
There's
no,
some
not
head
really.
bops in there.
It's
I have
Grandmaster,
not been on it.
right? The orgy on the ship.
What?
You don't get to hook up.
Grandmaster, yeah.
Jeff
Oh, yeah.
Goldblum.
Yeah,
Fireworks.
he has his order. But like,
He seemed fun in this.
he's a
mhm.
DJ.
But
and
like-
the foam.
Yeah. But like I feel like he would start like gambling and pitting people against each other and stuff. You know? Cuz he's all about games, right?
Yeah, of course.
He would be the person, like Grandmaster would totally be the person who's like, all
But
right,
you
we're
can't do
playing
that.
Rage Cage. We're playing Rage Cage.
No.
We're playing Flip Cup.
Contest
What?
of Champions drinking game. That's what it would be. And then we would get like alternate universe types.
Yeah.
So like Herald of Galactus, Ghost Rider.
Oh, I just thought of something. Contest of champagnes. No? That doesn't work.
Champagne's, it's too bougie. I don't know. It just
Contest of champions.
Yeah.
Contest of Champions as a drinking game sounds sticky.
Yeah.
Just like, like how Flip Cup and like beer pong ends up being sticky.
You don't
like
chug champagne, really?
No.
Unless it's more like when Stone Cold drinks beer. He like smashes them together, makes a big mess, but doesn't actually, drink. That's what champagne's like. You pop the cork. Oh, it's so messy and expensive.
Yeah. Champagne's not expensive. Like proper champagne would be, but like get the $10 bottle of sparkling wine. It's the same thing, man. I used to go to parties in my youth, and there was a good like 2-3 years where I would be like, I'm just gonna bring my own bottle of champagne and be the guy walking around the party with a bottle of champagne. This is my bottle. Nobody touches it. This is my champagne. I don't do that anymore because who did that? Why did I do that? But I was that guy.
We all went through phases. I used to go to Express and wear the club shirt where I'd leave like 3 buttons unbuttoned and have the shiny metal button down with the collar pop. Hyper douche. Yeah.
I went to Express and bought an Express belt buckle that was big as fuck with the Express logo, and
you like pointed at your belt.
Well, it was back in the day where like belt buckles were like a big thing. There was like custom belt buckles and shit.
Or
and
how
like,
they call it in Texas, being from Texas. No.
Yeah, I guess. And so Express, I got the Express logo on my belt buckle, a huge belt buckle. It was like this big,
Brand recognition.
I remember the mall kiosks that had them.
Oh, yeah. Now they don't. It's like you can't find custom belt buckles anywhere. What's
That's
Party
fun.
Vic? What's Vic like?
Oh, I'm either like 0 or 100. Depends around the people I'm with, because somebody like when I'm around my engineering friend, I will just like let loose. I trust everybody there. I will get as messy as I need, and it ends up being way too many drinks, things, karaoke nights. Like
Karaoke
the
nights.
karaoke like in Shang-Chi. It's not really a big spoiler. I think karaoke's a thing. That's what you do when you're Asian and you're in your 20s. You go karaoke with your friends, but like those kind of nights too. Just we also did like regular white people karaoke too as organizations, and just get up there, rap Childish Gambino. I really just let it everything else, and then like if it's just a chill thing, it's just like I'm low key, but
You're
as
low
in
key
like
or you're low key?
I'm low key,
Okay.
or I am 100, but I do know how to drink, and I
You're
know how
either
to give
low
myself.
key or you're low key.
But
it's like nowhere in between.
No matter what, at the end of the night, I will get stubborn, and when I want to go home, I will find my way home, no matter what. Sometimes that's just walking with no shoes 40 minutes as I drop people off at subway stations, because I'm too stubborn to also get on the subway to go home. I will just make my way home. I'm like, oh, I took care of everyone. Now let's walk another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
No logic, stubborn. I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. Idea, go.
To be fair, the BART in San Francisco does break down a lot, so you probably are making more headway.
Yeah, and I mean, it closes sometimes, right? I don't know.
And there's a bar in San Francisco, and there's subways in Toronto. Is that what you're saying?
BART.
But in Toronto though.
They also have a subway system. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have that here. We're in Southern California.
We have a train though, and it goes all the way to San Diego.
But you do people party and then go on the train back home?
On subways, yeah.
No, not on the subway, but on like down here. Southern California public transportation is a whole nother thing. Like it's barely anything. It's super random. Taking a bus to anywhere takes so much time.
Sure. Yeah. But it's cheap.
Yeah. So you have to have a DD, or like you have to have a designated driver, or you always do Uber. It's like that's all you can do.
Not if your Uber driver's doing this show. Hey,
that's right.
Driver shortage. Woo woo.
Yeah, Paul drives for Uber. I used to drive for Lyft, back in the day. You know.
Mhm.
Okay. Wait, Paul, who would you party with?
Man, I kept switching because like I really
Paul's a Switch.
Yeah, I'm a Switch. Yep, I am a console for Nintendo.
A console?
Console
or a council?
A council?
I'm a counselor for Nintendo.
Yeah.
I was in that haunted mansion for 5 games. Sorry, Luigi. Yeah, I don't. Dimitri, what about you? Let me think about it some more.
I'm partying with Scott Lang. Like whatever Scott Lang is doing, I'm partying with him. Like because he seems the type of guy that would like he'll stay in and play video games or
I was
like
gonna say
Lang
you can see him play charades.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. He can play a board game. Like I'm down for a board game, but also like I would love to go to karaoke with Shang-Chi and Katie.
And Wong.
And
the
Wong.
boy.
And Wong.
Well, the boy.
You know?
Ant-Man would never have, you'd never go dry because he just make it,
bigger.
more, which is weird.
Does the alcohol content also expand, or is it the same alcohol content in a larger amount of liquid?
Does it turn into an aerosol?
You know
what?
Hey.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids rules, right? Big Oreo cookie with the marshmallow in the center.
I like that. That makes it better.
So let's just use that. He'll shrink us down. We'll consume it.
Right.
And then we'll feel drunk until we expand.
Yeah. No, if we expand, the contents of your stomach expand with you.
Darn those Pym particles. They're everywhere. They're all over.
I feel like... Yeah, because then that would mean if you ate something and you shrank, you would explode.
True.
That doesn't happen.
If you throw up, if they hit it with Pym particles, it just turns into small little like
a spit,
yeah.
But what if they hit it with a Pym hit your projectile vomit, made it huge?
Oh no!
It'd be like elephant toothpaste. Have you seen those?
It's so gross.
This Airbnb,
I don't know.
We lost the deposit.
Oh, it's that. That's the like it has like a tube, right? The elephant toothpaste. It's like a. Is that what I'm thinking about?
No, it's a foam. They just add chemicals and then this giant foam.
Okay.
Oh,
that's elephant toothpaste, and it's ridiculous.
Okay.
So here's the party I have basically Revengers with Korg and Valkyrie.
Right. By the way, I want to see Scott Lang and Shang-Chi meet. Now that Shang-Chi has been introduced, I want to see him. Oh, by the way, I just came up with a really good ship, and I would love to see it. You want to hear it? Shang-Chi and Captain Marvel. The reason is Brie Larson works a lot with Destin Daniel Cretton. Is that his name? The director of Shang-Chi?
Okay.
Basically, they have a relationship. I don't even know if they're dating or not, but like the director of Shang-Chi, every movie he has Brie Larson in it. Daniel Destin Cretton.
What's his name from Ant-Man? The ex-con.
Oh, which Luis?
Luis, yeah. Because every time he talks about his story, it's at like a backyard grill, which is dope, or he's at like he's at a
museum.
A museum. Like in general, I think I just want to be with somebody that's a doer, that's like kind of cultured but so down to earth.
But also, like, when you're hungover in the morning and it's like, oh, the gang's getting brunch, and then he's telling the story of what happens. Yeah. They're not going to be 100% right, but it's going to be an experience, and it's going to be fun as hell. And you're going to be just like, oh my God, stop talking so loud. But also, this is so entertaining.
Also, too,
maybe if I have a mimosa, it'll be better.
He's really good at breaking bad news because of that meme. Oh, yeah, a bunch of stuff happened. 9/11, whatever.
Yeah.
Snap, half the population's gone. You're like, oh, so that's it?
But it's
no. Yeah.
I think the cast of Falcon and the Winter Soldier would be the most downer of like people to party with. Like that cookout that they have at the end. Oh, yeah. That cookout would not be fun. Like it'd probably be delicious, but it probably would not be fun. Is it just me?
That community seems like they all like each other, but they don't hang out.
I feel like that's not like
they don't have time.
A party.
Right.
It would be
it's a cookout.
A good time.
Yeah.
Great food around a bunch of people that you like care about, but it's not like
right. And then you peace out and go to the real party after. It's not the way you get messy with your friends. Like you don't get messy that way with your family most of the time. Yeah.
So like I think that's the difference. It's a more familial vibe of that party. But I feel like if you get Sam into no. I feel like he would party some, but like he's like,
yeah.
No, you know what Sam would be good about?
School, but he didn't. He doesn't party as much anymore. He's calmed down.
Sam would take care of you if you were drunk and crying about your like ex because you were that drunk. Sam would be there to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know he had like one or two beers the whole night. Like he's participating, not overly thing, but like if you have a crisis or you need some help or whatever, he's there.
But he would be there to listen to you, right? Like
you know who would be great?
You just
the hype man.
What?
Oh, Battlestar. You guys are like getting dressed. You're like, am I money? And Battlestar would be like, yeah, you are. You got this. You earned that. Every time you hear a no, that's a yes waiting to happen. Like,
yeah. Oh man, Battlestar would be the type of guy that you would go to a club with Battlestar, and a girl would want to go home with him, and he would be like, "Nah, my buddy likes you, so I got to turn you down. You should get with my buddy." Oh. Because Battlestar is way better than John Walker as a person, and Battlestar he's the ultimate bro, but to the detriment of himself.
I know. It's sad. It's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I would not party with John Walker. John Walker would get drunk and kill somebody.
He would get drunk and talk about crypto.
John Walker would?
Drink and find that person.
Like maybe not necessarily crypto, but it'd be like,
no, you're right.
This thing that have you seen Elon Musk and the Teslas?
John Walker would talk about crypto. I feel like John Walker wouldn't even know what crypto is.
Honestly, I think John Walker
Justin Hammer
he
would definitely talk about crypto.
He would talk about crypto like he knew about crypto, but he wouldn't.
Justin Hammer?
Crypto. No, John Walker. Like he'd have enough people around him that talk about it that he feels confident enough when he's at a party. Like,
I feel like John Walker would recite Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker with all the N-bombs included, and then defend it by saying, "But my wife is black."
Yeah, or he would ask Battlestar for permission to say it, and Battlestar would give him permission. And it's like, come on, Battlestar.
It's a person-to-person basis. You don't do it.
No. Justin Hammer would invent a crypto called like Hamma Jamma, and just talk about Hamma Jamma the whole time at the party.
What about Trevor Slattery? Partying with him? No, not the Mandarin. Trevor.
Right. He would be fun, but so dumb.
Morris would be good.
Trevor Slattery would get drunk and just perform Shakespeare. Literally, that's all he would do. That's literally all he talked about in Shang-Chi was only Shakespeare.
Now, back when he was pre-rehab.
Getting high?
It would just be awful. You'd be in some seedy...
he'd be a method actor type guy, huh?
And after parties, too. Like, he would be awful, you know? Thank you for allowing me.
Like
on SNL. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to hook up with both, the lads and lasses, because... wow.
Macbeth.
All right. This is way too fun a topic. I'm glad this episode happened. Yeah.
I I feel like this could be a TikTok trend, like partying with, like after this episode, just
start it up. You can be the first. Get on it.
Because I've seen a few where it's like, oh, how different Marvel characters would hold your drink at a party, like if they protect it or not. I've been in my mind, like there was a trend with like just like these type of moves to do in a club. I saw one person do a Marvel one, but I've meaning to. I just haven't had the full energy yet because I'm like, oh, the Loki dance moves with just like the hair flips and the stabby stabs.
I know Jake the Snake did some Marvel dance move ones, like the Uncle Ben, and he's just dead.
Oh no. No.
It was funny.
What if we got Uncle Ben for the only mention in the MCU?
Yeah.
He's canon now.
Yeah, at least. There's a lot. Like, this is just fun to talk about, like, essentially, like, headcanon and fan, like, almost like headcanoning, like, who would you want to party with?
I didn't even choose, like, a superhero. It's just...
Yeah, you chose Luis.
But, like I said...
He would be good to party with.
So. Yeah. Well, you would do different things. It wouldn't just be like, okay, guys, Saturday night, nobody goes home alone. All right, bro. Bleh. You know.
This was fun, and I'm glad we got to extrapolate this conversation out of this episode, because I feel like there wasn't much to talk about this episode, but what does it mean? Oh, at the end we saw Ultron. We saw Ultron, Vision like Infinite Ultron.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Ultron. I'm like, oh no, I was like,
that's the only big thing that happened, right? But it is Ultron. It's Ultron in Vision's body wearing his old skin as an armor, right?
He has also the red cape from Age of Ultron.
Thor.
Oh, I suppose.
Oh, I thought it's Thor, like Thor's red cape.
Oh, I mean, well, for me, it's just like thinking about the comics when he has, the red cape.
Oh, okay, yeah. But also, he has the Infinity Stones in his armor.
In his armor. Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: Infinity Stones don't work in universes that they don't derive from.
So he's from this universe. Then
he can't. He can't be.
To be
anything
fair,
can happen.
Nothing's been consistent with What If in regards to the other, because they keep changing it. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff, but they talk about how each time we get a new explanation of multiverse and time travel, it just opens it up more and more and more. So
but like it seems like if he has them in this one, they're probably this universe's
Ancient One. I'm gonna return these back where I found them.
Is that Trump? What?
Yeah, that's
what?
Sure.
What's that voice? When you do this,
when you do this and you do that, I freaking hate.
No.
I hate.
I hate
impression.
it. I hate
that's
him.
Why
I hate impressions. Yeah.
I would much rather do. It's okay.
A Barack? Is that a Barack?
It's no. Am I muffly? Oh shoot. Yeah. So there's no clicker on my volume level, so it just rolls down. I don't know. Is this better?
Either way.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Victoria, so much for coming on the show.
Yes,
and taking time out of your night. I know that you gotta wake up tomorrow. Where can people find you, Victoria?
Yes. You can mainly find me on TikTok and Instagram at Victoria Organa. On Twitter, there's an _ between Victoria and Organa. But if you enjoy hearing me speak too, I'm also going to be a part of a new podcast called Voices of Atlas. So it's myself, who's Marvelous Johnny, Amazing Nick Anger, and Mixed and Anxious. We're having a podcast, and the first episode is on Thursday, September 23rd at 6:30 PST on Twitch. So you can find us at Voices of Atlas pretty much everywhere. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to Voices of Atlas because I've had, obviously you're on the show right now. I've had Johnny on the show. I had Nick yesterday on Instagram Live. And then who's your fourth? I just followed her, but I've
Leba, she's because we're all Asian and stuff, but like 3 of us are Canadian actually.
Yeah.
But she's super cool and she puts out great content. So it'll be fun interacting with her more on the podcast and having everyone get to meet her. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You guys seem like you got a good thing going, and you got like a strong 4. So, you know.
Thank you for resisting the Asian pun, like because you have Nick Anger, so like Dirk Anger, the Asians of Hate or Agents of Shield.
Oh.
These are all cringe. Yeah, that's why I'm just like.
No, we went for Agents of Atlas, which is
I know.
The Asian one, and then the Voices comics. So it's, the diversity ones. So.
The Voices comic. I only realized recently. I was like, did the person who created Agents of Atlas, the new run, purposely make a pun out of it? Was it supposed to sound like Asians of Atlas? Because it's a pan-Asia team?
I don't think so. I feel like because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was already a thing, I think they just went off that.
But, like, the fact is, Agents of Atlas originally was not an all-Asian team. It was Jimmy Woo's team. And it was like this, like, B-movie, like, kind of, like,
50s.
schlocky science fiction, 50s kind of vibe. And then when they rebooted it, and when they rebooted it, then they were like, okay, no, it's a pan-Asian team to explore those characters. I was like, why did Agents of Atlas become the Asian team? And then I was like, is it because of a pun? Was it a pun? I don't know.
I mean, you can say the same thing with like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Asians of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not like
an all-Asian team.
All Asian.
I mean, if you could have rebooted S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever and like made it pan-Asian and then like same like I think it's just the name just happens to be similar. But.
I think in any comic book, there's going to be a sector of cringe that just has to happen to get it out of your system, and then the neckbeards will be angry. And that's just, the fanboys will be angry and people with good taste will be angry at something. So
what are you talking about? You talking about Agents of Atlas?
No, or it'll just be confusing. Like the snowflake characters.
Oh, and New Warriors.
Yeah, and it was just like it's so on the nose. I'm like, I don't know. I hope the person that made it is trans. So that, but it might still not be. Yeah, it's too on the nose. I don't know.
That's why I'm trying to say there's certain things in that, like the recent New Warriors thing that came out where they're like, everybody is like, but they've essentially made a mockery of Gen Z and millennials through this in order to be more diverse, but made a mockery of diversity in a weird way. So I wouldn't put it past Marvel to go for that like joke of like, all Asian team. I don't know. I like the run though.
No, I feel like it makes. I feel like it makes sense, and it's not something they've had, and it will expose a lot more people like myself to like all these other great Asian characters. So like, all representation is, I mean, done respectfully.
Yes, there it is.
Because I know a lot of the earlier Asian characters were very much caricatures, but like that is. Mostly not the case anymore, so it's a good method to show these actors. Like with the Avengers, he was like, like you have these like big team ups, and then you find the characters you like, and then you go and follow them. So
what if Yellow Claw was drinking a White Claw? What would that be? How offensive
in a
would that
party?
Be? Sorry, it's just the fact there's a character that exists named Yellow Claw who's an Asian.
Yellow Claw was whose father?
Isn't it Shang-Chi's? No,
I think it's Jimmy Woo. Is it Jimmy Woo's father? No. Jimmy Woo was fighting Yellow Claw. That was his like arch nemesis.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway, Marvel has a horrible history of just that. So,
but it's growing pains, right? Like they eventually get it, right?
Better.
Or they cancel it, or it's a good comic and then they cancel it.
It's been decades.
Sure.
But thank you so much, Vic, for coming on the show. Again, I got to get you out of here. You got work tomorrow.
Sorry, my bad.
Thank you so much, Vic, for coming on. You got a lot of stuff coming up, so I'm very excited to see like what more you'll be doing. Paul, where can people find you, Paul?
Paula. Oh, hey, you got our names fixed. Yay. Paul Out Jokes on Twitter. And Mr. Plow on all the other ones.
You should have told me. I didn't know.
Oh, well, I tried, but we had such a good... Anyways,
it's
yeah.
Mr. Plow and then Paul Out Jokes on Twitter, right?
Yeah, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok for Mr. Plow, MRPLAO.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Thank you to the audience out there for watching. If you're watching us live, again, you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or volume.com. It doesn't matter wherever you are. If you could like, comment, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, do what you need to do. Just show us that you're out there and that you're supporting us. That way you don't have to support us monetarily. Just having you there is good enough. So thank you guys so much for watching. Or if you're listening to us, you're listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio. We're all over the place there. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And then if you want to, follow us on social media on Instagram and TikTok at The Keeg Show. We would love to have you there. That's how you find out our schedules and see little funny videos and that sort of thing. So definitely stay tuned on what The Keeg has to offer. The final Keeg show of the week, because we kind of have an abridged week, is Thursday's episode of Comic Talk. That'll finish out the week for the Keeg. Again, it's an abridged week, but normally we got a show like every single night. So stay tuned on what we have. Once again, thank you to everybody for being a part of this. Thank you, everybody, for watching this. I'm your host, Dimitri Pereira, and this has been another episode of the What If After Show. Take care, everybody.